What's up everybody, Cody Bidlow of SprintingWorkouts.com and ATHLETE.X. We're back at the track for another workout. Now, the last workout that I did, I set a new personal best in the 120. I ran 1277 to 120. I ran 1070 to the 100, 778 to 70. So I hit 288 from 40 to 70, 292 from 70 to 100. So I was rolling, and I had 2 days off, so that was 3 days ago. So coming into this workout, one of the things I was thinking about was it's probably wise to just focus on being relaxed and, running quality reps, but not trying to blow a head gasket or blast a PR, because a couple things. One, once you run a PR, it's going to take you time to recover. And if you're used to a normal time frame of recovery, for example, I've been doing one workout and then I take 2 days off and then I do another workout. Say you're used to that sort of a recovery timeline, but you bust a PR. Well, that recovery timeline might not apply, because if you have run faster than you ever have, that intensity is going to cause fatigue that, even though your muscles might feel good when you come back, your nervous system is probably going to be a little smashed still from that workout. Second of all, I'm supposed to run a race next Friday. It's Saturday right now, so I have less than a week. So that's another thing. If you have a race coming up, you probably don't want to use up all of the speed that you have available to you before the race. You probably want to wait until the day of the race and have it in your system. So how do we do that? Well, one way to do that is to adjust your workout in the form of the intensity, which is what I did today. I ran into the wind, so that slows you down a little bit. And I didn't try to PR. I just tried to run smooth, progress through the phases, do all that, but don't run at that 101% level, because I don't have it in me to run a fast time, and if I don't have it in me, why force it? Another thing you could do is you could modify the workload itself. So maybe you're doing, say for the workout I've been doing, I do 4 accelerations, some warm-up stuff, 4 more accelerations, warm-up fly, a 70 and a 120. Maybe that gets brought down to something like, I don't know, a couple 50s out of blocks, or something where you're toning down the overall intensity of the rep. You're reducing the volume. That's another way to allow yourself some more recovery while still getting some work in. For me, since I'm 6 days out, I chose to still stick to the workout, but not try to blast a PR, and just modify the intensity, aiming for somewhere between 95 and 98%. And I ended up running at 97% approximately. So I ran 13.15 to the 120 into the wind, not trying to blast it. And so I think that's a good place to be for this workout, all things considered. Now going into the rest of the week, I'll do a workout. I'll take 2 days off. I'll do a workout on Tuesday. It'll just be a warm up, some starts, maybe go out to 50 meters. Basically, I'll base it on how I feel. If I feel good, I'll run something that's moderately fast. If I don't, I'll just do a warm up and go home, and then I'll race on Friday and see where the chips fall then. So the moral of the story here is, one, what I talked about in my previous video about keeping volumes the same, so that way you can actually improve at the thing that you're doing and see if you're progressing or not. For one, that seemed to show itself as being something that's worthwhile, considering the PR that I did in the last session. Second of all, once you run a PR, you're probably going to have to modify your workloads or your intensities before you come back for another fast workout. So you might still do a workout where you're sprinting, but you're not blasting it. You're not trying to go all out and set another PR, because you're just coming off of another one. Third, if you have a meet coming up, you might want to modify the intensities and the workloads as well. The closer you get to the meet, the more important that is. So the farther out you are, you can be a little bit more aggressive with your training, but as you get closer to the meet, you really want to get to a point where you're just going through the motions, you're not wasting those valuable energy reserves, and you're leaving something in the tank so that when you go to your meet, you can run fast then, as opposed to running fast a couple days prior. So hopefully this video helps. Hopefully you got something out of it. I'll catch you guys next time. This is Cody Bidlow of SprintingWorkouts.com and ATHLETE.X, signing off.